This is my Vine Slayer Kukri machete from an official Gurka Kukri house in Nepal. And this thing has held up to a lot of abuse. So I can now talk about this thing and have faith in it. Look at that blade. Yeah, look at that mud and sweat, right? This thing is quite the Vine Slayer, okay? This thing liberated a whole porch, furniture and everything. Like, this thing put in some work and the blade survived. There is no chips, there's no bends. So that's pretty awesome. And then it just got thrown in my garage. She came out looking pretty good, especially for what you can find one of these for, right? You're not like paying for an ultra expensive knife, but man, this was cool. And I really like what they did with the actual blade itself here. All of this takes weight off of this blade, right? All of these cutouts, this is all actually taking a good chunk of weight off of your blade. This thing swings very well, and they were professional enough to add a simple name. I did that just to see what their work looks like, and it's actually pretty solid. It's held up this whole time. Okay, that is in there, right? So that's cool. I don't even think that was, I think I paid like $15 extra for something like that, right? The fact that this thing has survived, like, I would have thought I'd have something loose by now, is all I'm getting at. With some of the connections I've made with this thing on vines and trees, I've smacked some furniture around with it, unfortunately, right? I mean, it was like one day I was out there for 8 hours swinging this thing. The other day I was out there a couple hours too. So there was some slop being thrown around, right? And the blade survived, so that's really cool. Yeah, these things are worth it. They're pretty easy to find. I think some places were calling this like the Book of Eli machete. I don't know if that's where they took the inspiration from. It's just a really cool blade that I saw, and I actually really like what they did with the blade and the handle. Oh, this is perfect. This handle, this grip right here, has inspired my custom fighting kukri, right? I really like that you can hang this off of a finger. That means you can constantly change the grip on this, right? And that changes a lot of things. So took some inspiration here. We have my actual fighting kukri, right? This one you can obviously hang off of a finger as well, right? You can also take exotic grips on this to increase your threat range with this weapon, right? You only have to fool your opponent one time. So changing your grip on something can be very useful if you can do it quickly without drawing attention to yourself, and with grips like this you can. So I really like that about this thing, and it's held up, right? Nothing loose anywhere. Like, this thing's been a score, definitely. I don't even remember how much I paid for it, but it was not that much. Anyway, hope you enjoyed.